And we're live.
Here we are, Mayor's Update, Tuesday night, 6:30. We know you're all joining us, so that's fantastic. A great show tonight, right? It's turned into a pretty nice day. It wasn't that way all day, so look at how much you've brightened our world.
Yeah.
We try.
It's incredible.
Joe.
Yeah, when we had a bit of a scare because I sent out the wrong date to Sarah. I sent her out Wednesday. I was like, okay, Wednesday at 6, meet us at City Hall. We'll get ready for the show to go live at 6:30. So then Karen messages me, and she's like, I'm pretty sure you guys go live on Tuesdays.
Right.
Because Steve kept saying, I'm 155% sure.
Right. Remember, we used to do Wednesday, and it didn't always work out with us.
Well, then I was like, yeah, well, Sarah probably just thought it was Wednesdays because she watches the show all the time, so she probably was just stuck on that. And then Sarah's like, no. She sent me a screenshot. She's got proof.
You said.
She's got receipts.
I'm not making it up.
And
I know.
we have a whole half hour tonight to find out who was wrong.
I was.
Okay, good. Because I'd already done it, so the
But we
time
made
is
it.
up.
We made it.
Right, yeah.
We're here. I told
Well,
them it's a good
we're
thing
great.
that we had to-
We're so pleased to have you here. There's been a lot of discussion lately about food banks in general, and certainly the great work that ours does here in St. Thomas, what yours does
Yes.
here in St. Thomas, and other guests that have been on. We've talked about the food bank. I know when Brian was here with the Inn, he talked about what the great relationship was like, and of course we've had Jim here from Harvest Hands, and the same thing when that happens. And so we thought let's really talk about the state of the art in the food bank business right now, and we know it's not easy. So, Karen, Sarah, thank you for being here tonight. This is we're
Our
going to get
pleasure.
all right. And now Grayden and I are going to shut up. You go ahead. No.
Thanks for having us, Grayden.
Well, thank you.
And Mayor Joe.
It's we do have some fun to do this too. All right. But tell us. I mean, many people watching tonight have never visited a food bank or have needed to. Although the numbers may be increasing of late, and more people who have never been to a food bank are coming to visit us. But tell us the basic. What's a day in the life of?
Extremely busy right now. We've been going since 1986, and it's one of those things that you're not really proud of to say how busy you are and, I'm still running this business. And because it is a food bank and we're there to help the people, and we have never stopped and we've never closed down. We didn't close at COVID. We never will by the looks of things. And Sarah will tell you some of her stats. It's been overwhelming. She's the manager of operations.
She knows where everything's hidden.
Yeah, she does. I find it all over. And I do more of the public relations and admin and extremely busy, never a dull moment. And we're getting more and more people that have never used a food bank that are using it now. We're located at 24 John Street, the back of the old Legion building. We own the building now. It's working out well for us. Needs some infrastructure. It's an old building. Yep. But we make it work. We make it happen. We work well together. We have an amazing team of volunteers and staff and board members that we just, keep it moving. Pouring rain today. We're out there soaking wet. And still, we got 6 skids today we had to pick up, and we had them rolling in. And then Sarah,
the timing is, it's here. We've got to unload it. It's leaving.
You're still
it's
getting
time to do it.
Yeah, because I borrowed the truck from my wonderful friend Jim Collins at Harvest Hands, and it's like, got to get this truck back soon. Come on, guys,
he's got to load it to send it someplace else today.
I saw that truck. I was going in to do a shoot for Urix in London this morning, and I saw the Harvest Hands truck going into London.
Probably to London Food Bank or Dempster's Bread,
or
etc.
picking up, or little of both.
And they bring to us at least twice a week, sometimes more. They're absolutely amazing. If we're low on anything, we give them a shout, and we help each other out. So they rock, and they're amazing. And but so are we at the St. Thomas Logan Food Bank, because we're trying our very best, and there's never a moment that it's not busy, right, Sarah?
Right.
Well, I have been to the food bank a few times, and it always seemed pretty crowded in there. But I saw some pictures lately of it looking pretty empty, and I think we have some of those. But that's the nature of the beast right now.
Yes.
So the pictures you're referring to, kind of happened by fluke. Actually, I do the inventory and the client intake in the building. and I was doing my inventory, and I was trying to clean up behind a couple coolers and whatnot, and I pulled everything out and I lined it all up, and I turned around, and I won't tell you the words that I used.
Well, did you
I was
swear?
shocked. I might have. It was seeing
But look at the
that
wall of
that
empty crates.
Yeah,
right?
seeing that wall that I had created,
Which we use for
quite
storage
accidentally.
of our food,
Right.
dry foods.
So I went and got Karen, and I said, I've got an impact.
Did you build that wall, Sarah, all by yourself? Could it be any higher?
Well,
Could
they
it
are
be any higher?
interlocking,
Yeah.
but they should be full of
I know.
stuff ready
They
to
should
go
be.
back out.
And so I went and I got Karen, and I said, I have a visual for you that I think we need to really use. And she was shocked. I mean, because until you see them empty like that, you just don't realize, you know you're going through a lot of product. You have a lot more people coming in. But until you see that wall of emptiness, that really hit us.
Well, it did, and it was overwhelming. It really.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope it hits the community too. And
It
by the
did.
way,
It
folks,
did.
we'll take your questions tonight too. If you have any,
Yes.
please just leave them
For
and we'll
sure.
answer them on
It
here.
did hit the
A
community.
lot of
Community.
people were talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of
Everyone,
people.
oh my gosh, we saw your post, and of course, we posted it everywhere. And with having some of the media exposure we've had with
Right.
CBC, with CTV News, established media, of course, absolutely wonderful.
Right.
And so, but here's a prime example: fill the shelves. Fill the trailers, fill the shelves with caps off. They were amazing, going to businesses all throughout
They
the
did.
downtown
And
core.
in a fairly short period of time.
I know, very
1 week.
short.
Yeah, a week.
Grayden and I have been
Yeah.
known to
They
be
filled
at
that
caps
trailer.
off.
Yeah. No. So have Steve and I. It's just down the road.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
dangerous.
But what a great group, and a great group of customers they have also, but
Oh, they
also
do.
their contacts now in the city, right? Whether it's through the Chamber of Commerce and many other downtown businesses, they're just great, and it just seemed like they asked one day and the next day they're unloading. So
They go, do you know how much the food bank is in need? And so I said to Sarah, I've got it from a few businesses out there. Some of them wanted to remain anonymous, but one of them, it was like an e-transfer they sent me, and they go, Fran called me up and said you needed a hand.
Right.
I said, well, I have $2,000.
great.
Brand new, and loads of them came in last week. It must have been, I said to Sarah, I bet you I've got 50 e-transfers within a day. It was just, and a lot of it was because Fran had said, if you can't give
Help out.
food, monetary donation, always appreciated, because we need the money to spend on the food.
Let's ask that question, because we do see a lot of food donations in every grocery store and a number of pictures of people unloading at your back
Yes.
door and stuff. But it's very helpful to get cash donations too, because sometimes when you're out of something, going to buy it quickly
Yes.
can only be done if you have people also donating financially.
Well, and we do purchase a lot of the food. I mean, people see that if you came there right now, it's like, geez, you look like you have a lot there. But as Sarah will tell you about the stats, where the demand has tripled since 2018.
Okay.
So she gets the food out of the building. I bring the food into the building. And sometimes we just can't seem to keep up with each other.
Right.
It is quite overwhelming.
Hey,
And
I
so
don't
the
have
monetary-
anything today
yeah.
to do. Right. Okay.
But the monetary, like somebody is coming by next week and they're giving me $3,000. Hey, Karen, just off the top of your head, they sent me an email. What are you going to spend this on? Food. Right now,
Right.
it's food. And it's definitely a necessity. The Legion, amazing. I think there's a photo in there. They gave us out of the blue. They're downstairs from us in the canteen still. It is a food bank building as well as the Legion building. $5,000 donated from them, and it was just amazing. And they just said, we're right downstairs. We see your, coming and going, and they see the parking lot full.
And
Well, they were worried about the nutrition program too.
Yes.
Through the schools.
So
So-
other
This is
other businesses.
after the bell that this
Yep.
is Food Banks Canada. So this is coming up and leading into our current need that will be 9 weeks in the summer. We have what's called the Summer Top-Up Program. After the Bell has always given us snack bags for children in the summer.
Right.
There's no school programs. There's
So we're
no
missing out on school
missing
breakfast and
breakfast,
school lunch.
the
Yep.
brown bag lunches, front destination. They do an amazing job with that. And so Sarah will tell you a little bit about our summer top-up program, what we've decided to do. It's not just here at the food bank that we're giving them snacks. We're also trying to provide them with more such as?
So basically, we're trying to replace the nutrition programs that can be accessed in every school. When you are dependent upon your children getting that at school, they're used to getting 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, and that's a lot, especially in today's times with grocery prices the way they are, to all of a sudden have your children home and you are in charge of feeding them all of this extra food. So we started it last year. We're doing a couple changes.
For 9 weeks.
Yeah, so we're doing it for 9 weeks. We're doing a couple changes to it, but it'll look very much like it did before. They're going to have 5 breakfast items, 5 lunch items. They're going to get milk, cheese, bread, bakery items, snacks, and they're going to be able to come in weekly for that. That'll go with the After the Bell, and then we're topping up. We call it the Summer Top-Up Program. They're going to be able to come in weekly for that, and then on top of that, they can still come in for their 21-day allotment. So
And
we're
we
pretty
still
proud
use
of
a
that.
21-day allotment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
we're one of
And
the
I
only
didn't
food
know,
banks
but I
that do
thought
that.
all food banks were on a
No.
monthly
No.
allotment,
No.
but we stay on a 21-day here in
Yeah.
St. Thomas.
We
Ever since
advocated
COVID.
pretty hard
Oh,
since
great.
COVID,
Yes,
and our
since
board
COVID.
our board responded.
Yes. And the need is so great in our small town, and well, it's not even that small anymore, but
No.
this program we're very proud of, and it's it is going to be excess funding for us to use, but there is a huge need because they're going to be missing out on all of
So
those
someone
school
could give just to the
programs.
top-up program now too. We'd
Right,
like that to
so
happen to help you
earmark
be
it.
able
We
to
would
get the
love
right
that
stuff.
to happen. It's
right?
going to cost. Last year, it was about $900 per week.
Extra.
Extra on top of what we already spend. This year, and I'm going to look right at the camera, this year we're expecting it to be about $1,500 per week due to the price of groceries and the raised demand. So
Okay.
we are double basically what we were, and we're into, last year we gave out 1,097 of the top-up packages throughout the summer.
It's a lot.
I'm anticipating probably about 2,000 we're prepping for.
And this is only for, we have to have some stipulations because everybody and their sister just can't
Right.
come running to the food bank. So the stipulations are you have to have children that live with you full-time, ages 4 to
18.
Right. And
Because
these
they're
children
the
would-
ages that go to school. And the
Yeah.
reason that we're saying that they have to reside with you full time is the person they're residing with full time is the one that is feeding them and providing that
Would know
food.
what the needs for the
What-
children
Right.
are
Yeah.
more
So
than, right.
we do help out visiting as well, just not with the top-up program. Like we'll give snacks and extra food, but the top-up program, you have to reside in the home, ages 4 to 18.
So we're very proud of this program and excited to start it up again. And 9 weeks, so it's, it starts after Canada Day.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so Sarah has already had some volunteers making up these amazing boxes and all the dry foods, especially ahead of time. Because I said, I just bought some of that stuff and you've already used it all. Now I got to go buy some more.
Oh,
like,
and
where
this
did
room
that
would stay
go?
clean if we didn't go in it.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my mother.
She'll go, I just bought that. Where did it go? I said, I fed 180 people today.
Yeah.
It's gone.
That's-
Time to buy
It
more.
went to the right place.
Yes.
It didn't,
Yeah.
Per-
Yeah, we came across a pretty interesting, when we went to Queen's Park, which we can talk about later, but we came across a pretty interesting video that Anne had done previously, I think back in, 9 years ago? And was it about 9 years ago, I think?
2012, I think. 2012.
Yeah.
No, 2013.
Yeah.
Yes.
So about 10, 11 years ago. And her figures that she quoted were 300. They were every 60 days. So it was before my time. And their figures that they quoted for the entire month were 301, I think.
That we were feeding then.
301 for the month.
Yeah.
So we are now feeding between 450 and 600 per week.
Per
per
week.
week.
Per week.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep.
So, and when you say a 21-day program versus like a month program, I don't understand what that means.
You
What
can
does that
come
mean?
every 21 days, so
And
you
get
qualify
your-
to pick up your hamper every 21 days. Your meat, your eggs, your milk, your bread, your dry foods,
And previously it was once a month.
and it was every 30 days. We
And,
always
and
said,
many
yes.
of the food banks around
Are
us,
still
it's
30
still
days.
30 days. It's
We're one of
once
the
a
only
month.
ones.
We've
who
left
does
it at
21.
21 because we wouldn't want to
need
ever
is-
change because
is
the
still
need
there.
is so great.
Right. Yep.
So, and if they do come before that 21 days. That's when we would show them all of the amazing programs in St. Thomas, be it Grace Cafe, be it the free meals in town, Destination Church.
The Food Security
There's-
Network
Yeah.
that does
Yes,
meals,
and
and
that
the
we belong
Salvation
to.
Army.
They're
And
amazing.
right.
Yeah, Salvation Army mobile
Yeah.
truck is wonderful.
We
Well,
don't
we had
like to
Stephanie
say
on
no,
here
but
2 weeks
No.
ago. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not even us saying no.
No.
It's just letting you know there
Not
are
yet.
other avenues
You're
and
going to have
resources.
to get by,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
we'll help you with
but
that too.
here's where we're going
Right.
to refer you.
And all these
And-
churches with these amazing meals, the St. Thomas Anglican Church that's
Yeah.
just right behind us. We
It's,
work
it's
closely
a permanent.
with them. Yes.
Right? We
ongoing.
discussed how to put a drive-through in. No,
Yeah, and they make the best food. They make best dinners
They
ever.
do.
Grace Cafe,
Yeah.
amazing food
Oh,
there.
so
yes.
good.
well,
Like-
and even the inn with the meals they
Mhm.
supply
Oh,
on
yes.
site also, and I know you guys help out with food to them when they need it too. And
Mhm.
if they get a donation they can't really deal with, I know the
Yes.
opposite happens.
We all
Also.
help each other out.
A little bit about businesses donating. There's a
Yes.
lot of
Mhm.
grocery stores and other businesses in our community.
Can I mention this one,
Sure,
Joe?
go for it.
This
Yeah.
Yeah.
is an eye opener, and I'll have to say we were very excited to have the Amazon plant open at the old Ford
Right.
Motor Company site in Talbotville. They got a hold of Sarah and I in October, had us, sign a contract, and we've chosen your food bank as our charity of choice
Right.
to help out. And so, and when they do help us out, they, mainly, of course, we want food. And I just didn't even realize that you could get so much food from Amazon. Sarah's like, well, you can just order anything you want from there. So we mainly get food.
You could do your grocery shopping on
Yeah.
Amazon.
I
They
didn't
have
even
that much
realize
stuff.
that.
But yeah.
And so, like, say we got 10 skids the first time, it ended up being 8 of them were food. Then one of them would be pet food and supplies. Another one would be hygiene products, diapers,
Sure.
baby formula, feminine products. And then other ones would be cleaning supplies.
Yep.
So now it's so exciting that we get this because we used to bottle up some of our great big jugs of cleaning stuff or detergent
To
or
try and
dishwater.
portion
Yeah,
it,
to
right.
portion it out. Now it's like, I'm going to give you this great big jug today
Wow.
because I can.
Right.
And we have so much of it. And Amazon,
Boy.
we can't give them enough praise because they're amazing and they're so excited. It just shows in this picture. And this is a lot of their volunteers. And this is the Amazon team right here, a part of them. My second half, Steve, and Sarah's second half are part of that team. We just get them all in there.
They get told they have to be there. Yeah.
They
okay.
get voluntold.
They were
Yeah,
voluntold.
yeah,
Voluntold
yeah.
is what they say.
And
Or
they
do you just-
happily agreed. Thank you, honey.
It is heavy work. We do need a dock
Yeah.
to help
Well,
us out a bit.
It's a lot heavy when the crates are empty, but when the
Oh,
crates are
yeah.
full, it's
Yeah,
heavy
so
work.
we're
Right.
very excited about
Right.
Amazon. That is just been huge and a huge help to us. So we
And
send
many
them
of our
praises
grocery
and
stores
thanks.
also help in a big way.
We have grocery bins in every single grocery store, including Home Hardware.
Right.
We don't have one in Walmart, but they give us their claim program
Mm.
and we weigh it and send it.
Right.
And so amazing. They give us all frozen foods. So does Food Basics. Freshco
Right.
gives us some. So all of our grocery stores in St. Thomas rock
Right.
for giving, always wanting to help.
We saw a couple pictures there of volunteers. Some of them we recognize. Total volunteers, how many?
70.
I know it's hard to tell because some
got-
come once in a while and some come every day.
Well,
But
Some are snowbirds, some have
yeah.
cottages.
Well, I never thought of that too.
So
You
there's
lose some
probably
different
up
times
to
of
We
year.
developed
75.
the student volunteer program as
Yeah.
well. So we've got them coming in after hours now.
Yes.
There's probably about 15 of them total. And then, yeah,
Our amazing
probably-
group from
probably
Martha
about 80.
Bowden.
Yeah, we've got a great Arthur
Yes.
Bowden group. They're so
Great
great.
Arthur. They come in mornings,
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
we've got a
yeah.
couple questions here, but let me ask you one more. You just said you were in Queen's Park.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
were.
all right.
Or
So tell us about
to
your day at
advocate.
Queen's Park. Advocating. I know
Advocating
I've
for.
been on the other side of it. I saw you
Unfortunately,
found Steve's picture. Too. I saw
yes,
that.
we had to stand below that.
Yeah.
Could it be any bigger?
Yeah.
That's what
No,
we said. And I said to Sarah, and of course, I'm so very proud of that fact. But we were spoiled a little because of that connection. And so we were shown around and to all of where Steve's apartment was and,
Right.
and to the speaker office, etc. But unfortunately, Rob Flack, he is going to come to the food bank the end of
Right.
June to see us and have a tour, etc. But he couldn't be at that one. But so we were invited to the other large food banks in Mississauga and Guelph, was it, or Waterloo? And very interesting.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And we went to question period.
We got a
Yes.
shout out.
Please
We
don't.
got a shout out.
No,
Got a
no,
shout
it's
out.
nice that you're noticed, but Don't stare directly at question period. It's all theater, and it's people acting badly.
It was a little
I never
frightening.
did,
It was
but
an
there are other
eye-opener.
people there.
Oh,
Who,
you
yeah,
never spoke
never
out.
did that. No,
Oh,
I was
you're
shy
so
at the
nice.
time. So
We've got another picture here. Well, let's go through the pictures, and then we'll get to, we have
Sure.
a lot
Okay.
of questions.
Sorry, yes.
And so we'll get through all of our questions. So everyone who's
Okay.
asked a question, we're going to get to those right after we get through this little slideshow here.
This one here is, well, a shout out to Jackpot City. Well, Jackpot Time now. Sorry that it's his
Yes.
new name. And so what they do is they give you participation shares if you happen to have their, so I've got their logo just about everywhere. But this is also showing off our ramp at the back, and this is where receiving is, and there's a button there, and that's for, this isn't the client door, it's the receiving door, and when we're receiving donations. Murray Van Zanten built that for us, and it's absolutely wonderful, and it's doing its job for us. So that's what that one is there. And here, amazing that we were chosen for the smile cookies, the holiday smile cookies. So that was fabulous. I went to we have 7 Tim Hortons in St. Thomas. Shout out to them.
Grayden
Did
and
you buy any cookies,
throw
Joe?
ourselves on the
Very,
cookies,
very-
try
Thank
and
you
raise
for
more
supporting.
money for the food bank.
Thank you for supporting the
support.
cookie campaign. We did very well, over 15,000 from that. This is a shot here of our food bank. And as you can see, this is a time when there's a lot there and it's full. You can see the peanut butter, you can see, the proteins, and we try to stick with the staple items, such as, we'll give you, that's not always the healthiest, but every kid loves Kraft Dinner. And we make sure we provide them with the margarine, with the milk, with the, in order to
it's
make
not
it.
very
I love
tasty out of the box.
Not when it's dry.
Yeah.
So that's what that's showing. And this is the, that was the food bank door where we had kind of a little wee ramp in there. But this is an older picture. But just to the left of that door, the 2 doors there, is a brand new door that's an outdoor only. And it's called our hamper platform. Hit the button and they're able to bring out on a flat tray. Kim McCaw, one of our amazing door people there, as well as she's our food bank assistant, and Rachel Putnam and Sarah spearheaded getting that door put in, and it's a lifesaver.
So just so much quicker.
Quicker.
Yeah.
They hit the button.
We can serve usually about 5 to 1. Like we could do 5 out that door compared to the 1 we can do out the other. Yeah.
They still bring the large, This is exciting in that the amazing produce we get from Common Ground Farms. We used to get from DeBacker Farms too, and absolutely beautiful fresh produce, and Harvest Hands, of course. So we do have family members there. There's Sue Gillick. She helps and fill in for Sarah and I. And my mom, Margaret McDade's also there. But up in the corner.
Rope everybody
Yeah,
up.
we do.
Come on, help us out.
Oh, you
So-
want to visit, Mom? Why
This
don't we visit today between noon and 4?
Oh, I've had my kids and
And
working
stay.
too.
Yeah.
So that's a picture there of the staff. So myself, Karen, and there's Sarah here, and then Rachel and Kim. And so that's showing our summer top-up program and the food items. And that's not even showing what After the Bell program is going to send us, and they deliver it to us. So we're pretty excited about that, and for everyone to see that photo. This is our amazing Amazon team here, and all the male volunteers.
Pallets of stuff
Pallets.
that have to spend 15 minutes inside the building before they come back out again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
much.
and you can see that why a dock is needed, but this is us, we got to hand bomb that up there. But we all work together. We do, a fireman line like we did today, and you had no choice to do that. But this has been throughout the winter months. And I've got a core group that I can have on hand and say, getting another 10, 15 skids tomorrow, come and help. When you see it's all the same item, that means that I've had to purchase it. And it's in and then out.
It's being delivered, and you've got to get it put away. That guy wants to leave.
It's not always delivered, but Jim, again,
Jim will
lends
lend you
me
the
a truck.
Right.
So luckily, otherwise, I was renting U-Hauls, but they weren't big enough. So, yeah.
It's great to be using what else is going on in town. So
Yes,
great.
for sure, for sure.
All right, now we're at question period.
Okay.
So I'm going to scroll up the list here.
Wow.
All right. Aside from accepting donations, what other strategies is the food bank utilizing to help support food security in our community?
I'll answer that. So, as you know, I run a group called Counting on Change. I've done it for the last 10 years, I think. And I teach
Don't we both
people-
still follow it all the time?
Yeah, and my wife follows it as well.
And I follow it.
Deals.
Yeah.
Like,
So what we've tried to do is we've tried to pair the two. So when people are struggling, and I know that I do the phones, so I know they're not a part of Counting on Change yet, I will refer them to it, and then they can have the extra support there. So we're unable to do it really on a food bank level, but we do have that side group that we do.
It's a how to
refer
shop
people
better.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
just teach people. You can check it out, Counting on Change.
Yes.
With
on
Sarah
Facebook,
Coleman.
With
Yeah.
Sarah
Coleman,
Right.
yep.
Just kind of a passion project, and I've kind of paired the two together. So we do try to do the follow-up care, just showing you how to better afford food and put it on your table.
So that's a
Stretch your
great
dollar.
example how the food bank, along with helping emergency need, can also make it a more permanent solution in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's another resource to
Right.
use,
Right.
definitely.
and as you talked about, you're providing people with pathways to other resources to
Right.
access for food,
Certainly.
whether it's the churches or the Grace Cafe or
Right.
other avenues.
Or if you're
Right.
shopping,
Yeah.
yes.
Right. Or
And
how to do
Salvation
shopping better.
Army,
And yeah.
Salvation Army actually did a series of workshops last year that I was part of. And they ran, I think, 4 or 5 different classes, and mine was the couponing and thrifting. Imagine that. So, but they did actually take one of our hampers, and they took it to the class, and they worked with everybody, and they taught them how to utilize everything in their hamper and how to prepare the food and what to shop for using my group. and the
Isn't that a
tips.
good way to
They're
do it
wonderful.
too?
Great.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
do try to work with other groups and
Oh, we do.
organizations.
And they've got a fundraiser for Krispy Kremes that's going on. So if you want Krispy Kreme
My
donuts,
favorite.
you can buy them through the Salvation Army and raise
Oh.
money.
Stephanie might be
for the
watching,
different
so I
programs
have
they're
to
putting
say
on.
how
And if you want to
bad
buy
Yeah.
if you want to support them and buy any and send them over to 24 John,
Yeah.
that'd be helping.
that would be some
There we go.
moral support.
Fuel the food bank.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Help
Fuel,
them get through
fuel
another
the volunteers.
Yes.
Yes.
I love
That's a good
that.
idea.
That's a great idea.
Faye Gallagher had a question here. Do you need to fill out any sort of application when you go to the food bank?
To volunteer or to access?
I think to actually
To
receive
access.
goods.
So the only thing you do have to do is we have to collect your stats, your information. So the only thing we need for you to register to the food bank would be your identification, proof of address. We
Right.
need identification for everybody in the house, proof of address, and we do need to know the type of income, if any, coming in per month, an approximate amount. And we need to know if you have any allergies. Really, that's
Any
about
food
all.
allergies, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We-
You're making sure you can
'Cause
customize if that's
we
the
do.
case, right?
We
do.
have a
We do.
gluten-free freezer, halal meats in it.
Yeah.
We have diabetic, we have low salts. You've got to keep an eye on those.
That's incredible.
Gluten-free is
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
for a lot of people now. And then
It really
Sarah
is.
marks it in her
Mhm.
computer and it'll pop up.
So we
for
know the
when you're
next
making
time
the
a
hamper.
request
Yes.
comes in.
Right.
Okay.
We already know
Excellent.
that
Or like-
Great
they
thinking.
cannot have, anything with peanuts in it. They can't
Right.
have any,
Yeah.
shellfish, etc.
All right, we're getting to the end of our time. So final question.
Ooh, I had-
I'm going to summarize it. But do you know what is the cause of the unprecedented demand for access to the food bank for people in our community right now?
Well, I personally think, it's the cost of everything. It's the cost of
Inflation
living.
is.
It's
yep.
inflation. It's food costs are through the roof. I remember just not even a few months back, my mom said she was buying a head of lettuce for $6.99 and she put it back. I mean, who can afford that?
Right.
So then, yeah, you are going to buy the cheaper cuts of meat, the cheaper of this, and just to survive and get by. But it's the mortgage rates have gone sky high, grocery prices, fuel costs, insurance, just everything.
Rent,
It's not just one thing.
Accommodation, even if it's not a
and trying to
mortgage
find
cost.
it.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
And I can tell you from personal experience, it does take about 2 years before it finally catches up to you. So if you had job loss 2 years ago,
Mhm.
you're not going to feel that because you've got your credit cards, your credit line that you can borrow from. But I can tell you that the minute that's gone,
Mhm.
you're now going to a food bank, and that's why I started the group that I started, because life experience, right? So
Yeah.
I think just
Everyday
catching
people are
up
coming to us
people.
now. It isn't just, people always think of a food bank as being homeless people
Yeah.
or really down and out on their luck. But it's really like you and me. They have a job, they have a car, they may have a mortgage or rent, right, Sarah? Like it's not just, and it's.
But there was nothing
across the
left
board.
in the wallet at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And this is what the decision needs to be.
Do I pay my rent? Do I feed my child? Same
Well,
with
I'd like to
utilities.
keep the roof over the head. So
Yes.
that's right. Yep.
So
And anything.
that's
Like, if
why
you get
we're there.
sick.
We're there to help you. We're there to help people. And we're very proud of that fact that we have a food bank and we really want to sustain it. And we appreciate everyone that has helped us out over the years, but especially our volunteers, and all of our community is amazing. And we truly appreciate you having us here today,
Wow.
Grayden and
The
Joe.
more noise we can make in our community.
Make some noise,
about the great things that are also going on. I mean, I'm as proud of what's happening as I am insecure about why we need to do it. Right? We need to talk about the great support this community offers at every level, and the more we
I'm gonna
can.
tell you.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on this, so we're gonna read this one little part.
Okay.
Whether you want to hear it or not.
Joe
I'm
will
not
be
leaving
quiet.
till I read this.
All right.
Okay.
You have to speak nice and loud for our audience here.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about the support that we do get from the community, and the way I can do that is by telling you how much an average month at the food bank would cost.
Okay.
So I've gone through, I did a few stats here. I just wanted to tell you that May 2019, for the month of May up until today, we would have fed 760 individuals. Last year at this point, we fed, like just for May, we fed 1,363. And this May to date, we have fed 1,723 people.
That's
So
That's a lot. That's individuals
a lot.
being fed.
Wow.
And
That's
it
a
is.
lot.
Families.
And it went from 373 households. Last year was 529 households. This year, 650 households for the month of May so far. So I just wanted to tell you what that looks like.
And the map throughout town, they're from all over the city,
So we had 650 households that I've based it on. You know that I'm the grocery number girl. I like to know my numbers. So using today's pricing with our basic items that we give out for our hamper, we gave out approximately 1,500 things of craft dinner, totaling $2,625.
Right.
So I'm not going to go through all the prices, but I will tell you that between 1,500 craft dinner, 2,500 canned soup, 750 pasta sauce.
And how often is this again?
Yeah, this is just for the month.
Oh, yes.
For the
yes.
month.
Pasta.
How many peanut butters?
Cereal, yeah, like peanut butter, Boost, protein bars that we're using to give out for meal replacement, kidney beans, our milk, our produce. I don't have a total for the produce because of a lot of it comes
It's donated.
Right.
It's
Yes.
donated. We're not purchasing it, so I can't even imagine how much money we get. Beautiful, beautiful produce.
And fruit.
Yeah,
fruit
like
and veggies.
The bread is all donated. We're going through about 2,000 or more loaves per month. That's all donated. The bakery items are all donated from the local grocery stores.
We're very
Meat.
fortunate.
Meat, $8,000 to $10,000 worth of meat goes out every month
And that's
by
donated.
donation.
Yes.
So if you added up everything, just our basic staples that we would have had to purchase, not including the produce because I don't have a cost for it yet, not including formula, diapers, pablum,
Or cleaning supplies
cleaning,
or something like
Yes.
that. Right.
cat food, nothing like that. Just basic items. You're looking at $68,000 for the month of
To run a
May
month of May.
is what that would have cost, not
No, it's-
including our
And,
produce.
and May isn't out of place in how busy you are. Or
That's
how,
pretty
right,
much
so
going
could be
to
a number.
be-
Every
Right.
month. Is,
That'll be
yeah.
every month.
So 70,000 a month times 12 months.
And now I'll let Karen answer the next question,
Right.
which would be how much of that was actually donated?
Right.
How much did we
How much did you have to
actually
go buy of that 70,000 in May?
Well, I would say over half.
Yeah,
would
probably
have been
about
purchased.
35.
But that lets
35,
you
yes.
customize what you're
Yes.
handing out because you
Right.
can get exactly
Right.
what you need.
So we don't buy cases. We don't buy just individual little cans anymore. Because it used to be like, I'll pop over to Giant Tiger at the old food bank
Right,
and I'll just
yeah.
pick up a case of margarine or a few bags
Right.
of milk. It's now a skid.
Right.
And like we buy, we're always
From the
purchasing.
wholesale
from yes, and the wholesale club was amazing to me today, and I purchased from them. I purchased from the grocery stores, but it's trying. They have to try to keep up with us in that now I'm ordering skids of food to feed, and that's what all, people's donations and all of these monetary donations, the amazing ones that we receive via e-transfer, cash, check, Canada Helps online, and all of the businesses and organizations, the money's going towards food. And I literally, like today was, Karen, your bill's only $8,900 today. And that was 6 skids of food. But between Sarah and I, always trying to get the best bang for our buck. And then they're always, you're a food bank, I'll give you a hand. But, they can't just give the food. They all have to make their own way.
Well,
but
they can't
do
take
give us
a loss, but they
give us a
help,
deal because I buy in such large quantities now. So, and that does help. And then Sarah was saying, okay, this is a deal. Let's see if we can get 100 cases of that. So we do. We try our very best. We really do.
What's the more? How much more could you give us at that price? Yeah. I can see because I've seen Sarah teaching shopping. I know how she does.
That's that bing bang boom.
Yeah.
Well, what was a really cool one? London Food Bank couldn't take something, and it ended up being from Natra chocolate in London, and we couldn't pick it up, but it was a skid of chocolate spread, which is great for kids if it's nut free instead of the peanut butter. So of course you never say no. I said yes. Jim Collins says the same thing. We never say no to anything.
Yes
so
is the answer. No,
while they're there, they pick it up and they go, "How about some of these gold chocolate bars that are this big?
What?
A skid." So then I halved it all with Jim because they picked it up for us.
Amazing.
That was
but
exciting.
it can go out and be spread
and they
out
said,
across
you need
Southern
anything?
Ontario.
Let us know. So I said, and so that was gone like that. But all of our clients to receive these exciting, a bar chocolate, lovely, to have that in your hamper instead of just all this healthy food. You can't always have healthy stuff all the time, right, Joe?
I know I do, but I recognize some others don't.
I know you do a lot healthier than I do. I know.
All right, I'm gonna sneak in one more question. Then we're way over time here.
Nope.
So
okay, sorry about that.
Rogers is going to take pieces.
Rogers is going to cut
cut
on this one. So I'm sorry to the editors.
You won't be able to see Joe in this show, so thanks.
Question from Faye Gallagher: what do you ask for to see proof of income?
Just a piece of. We don't ask.
We
for
don't even
proof.
anymore. Like we don't.
So it's more of a verbal,
word of mouth.
right?
That's a verbal.
And it's only for stats purposes. What we do with
all
these
confidential.
stats, it's confidential. They get sent, they're through link to feed, and then that gets reported to the government, which is how the government comes up with how Feed Ontario and Food Bank Canada would come up with
how many people on ODSP,
advisory.
how many people on OW, how many people are on EI or not working right now. How many on ODSP? So that's what it's really working at is those stats. How many single moms out there, and
a lot of people are
fighting
under
to
the
make ends
impression
meet.
you have to be on OW. You have to not be working.
No.
You have to be on EI.
You could have a job.
If you have a need, come see these lovely
if you
people.
have a need,
I think that's
you come.
We're there to help.
The biggest thing in terms of like the inertia to go there. Look at these lovely women who are helping our community, and they'll help you if you need it, or if someone needs it.
Or if you're watching and want to help, write a check, e-transfer, do all those other ways you can make it work.
I will take your money.
Yeah.
We'll take your food and your money if you'd like to donate it. And we will give it to those in need. And we'll give it all away.
Yeah.
Not too many places give
everything away that
free.
they take in.
Yes. And we
Perfect.
couldn't do this without all the help from our volunteers. Big shout out to them.
Yes.
And they're absolutely amazing. And Kim and Rachel and Sue, that are staff members, and Catherine, absolutely amazing, and Lynn, absolutely amazing, helping with the computers. And it's a wheel that is constantly turning. It never stops. It's just never not a busy day.
No,
It's every day.
you're a not-for-profit with a board of directors too, right? So they're volunteers too. That
they
help
are.
give you the guidance and help you do some of the corporate stuff that you have to do to make it right. Okay.
Yes, and they're a great help, definitely.
They approved the 21 days, and they've approved the summer top-up program that we're very excited
We're
about.
very excited and proud of it.
And then they're going out and finding it all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they do their absolute best to help also.
All right. Well, Sarah, Karen.
Sorry, we went
Mayor
too
Joe.
long, but thank you.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
to all of you for donating your time to the community for this Q&A, this live Q&A and info session.
Let's do this again.
Yeah.
And I know in the fall you kind of start up a really big program. So whenever
When
you
the
have
schools are
something
back,
something
yes.
that's going on, please just let Grayden or I know we come in and talk
Okay.
just about it.
Perfect.
And as you know, if you need something shared on established media, you guys will
You're
just message me
great.
and
Thank
we'll
you.
share it
Okay.
out, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great
Bye,
night.
everyone.
We'll see you
thank
next
you.
week.
Thanks so much for listening.